wallet is sobbing. I can hear it. I can hear it in the hall now. It is breaking down, crying.
It turns out that Attila, the arrogant so-and-so, he's got a fake hammer.
Oh, a fake?
Yeah.
Whoa. As I say, dick.
Welcome to episode 101 of the Your Allegiance podcast. Today it's the John and Mal show. Rich has decided just to pack it in. 100 was enough for him. 100 not out.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Leave on a high.
No, he sends his apologies. He was all set to make it today, but something cropped up and he can't join it, but he did send us his notes. So we will throw in his opinions on what we're going to talk about. And what we're going to talk about today is the Cosmic Head Packs reveals that came up last week, and we're also going to have a look at some of the other heads that could possibly have made the cut for this Cosmic Heads Pack, or just in future, or what the options they were looking at when they decided, and just for fun, not to criticize anything that was done, more just for fun. That suits you, Mal?
Yeah, sounds good.
And how you been doing? You actually met up with Rich last week. So what happened? What did you do to him?
Oh yes, nothing. When he left me, he was all good and fine, and he had his meeting.
Oh, that's what they all say.
But no, we just went to the pub that we have been to a couple of times when he's visited. Had a bit of food, a few drinks. Home at a reasonably sensible time. Well, home for me. The hotel for Rich at a reasonably sensible time. But it was good to see people in person always, isn't it? And
yeah, of course,
good to chat. So
he didn't bring any figures along to mess around with.
He brought with me the Turtles of Grayskull Leatherhead that Steve-O picked up for me and gave me at Legion's Con.
Yeah. He put it in his.
I'd sent it back. Yeah,
box.
Yeah, that's it, in his big box that he'd shipped back. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have some figures to get off him from that, but I also have your retailer way figures that I need to send. I need to send yours soon. Rich, I think he has other stuff that he wants me to wait for, I think, anyway. But yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. We've done the review, so, you know.
That's it. Well, I shipped some of my pile of loot from Big Bad. So,
did you?
That wasn't cheap. It's building
so
up.
what you got coming?
I got another Monkey King in there. I ended up buying another Red Death to use the body for a custom and the clothes for a different custom. And then it was Motu stuff. So the Necroconda and the Horde Prime, because they were very, very hard to get over here, so I just bought them from Big Bad.
Are they Origins or?
Yeah, Origins, the sort of toy line rather than any of the other. Yeah.
And are they? I thought they were directly at Mattel now, so Big Bad is getting them as well.
Yeah. There's some being released through the usual channels, shops and retailers and online. There's some being released through Mattel Creations. This past week, week before, Rio Blaster was through Mattel Creations, but there's now a Mattel Creations UK. So I was able to order it. Yeah. So I ordered it off there instead of off the US one.
And are they gone in 60 seconds like they used to be, or is it a bit more reasonable now?
It varies. The last couple haven't. Before that, they were still going pretty quick. Are
they pre-orders or?
They're meant to be in stock, and I think they're in stock if you're US. They're pre-orders if you're UK. But
okay.
Rio Blaster's already showed up, so it's only like 3
But
weeks,
I doubt,
so.
I guess the UK has an allocation, because I doubt they're firing up the factory again if the UK orders 10 more than they have, whatever.
Well, I wonder how many people actually know about the Mattel Creations UK, because it just
I've
suddenly popped up. Yeah.
Maybe there's a Europe one as well, because it's a big, Motu's huge in Germany. It's probably the biggest market outside of the US for Motu. So that would be interesting. I must check that out. Yeah, I mean, I should know this stuff, but I'm not really collecting Motu at the moment, so kind of tend to bury the head in the sand then when you're not collecting a line, because you just don't want to be don't want to be tempted.
They're pumping out a fair amount of stuff, and unfortunately, they've got me hooked at the moment. So,
yeah. Well,
although I will not be buying the Thundercats crossover, I just don't feel the need to with that one. So,
yeah, I saw those figures. We were talking about them a little bit. I like the Battle Cat one. And there was another one that was really cool.
Cheetara one?
The Mumra, was it?
Mumra, yeah, Mumra/Skeletor, yeah, they're all right. I don't know. There's something about the crossover with the turtles and it being a bit bonkers that it works for me, whereas it didn't quite work so much for me for the Thundercats. So
yeah, I think even like the Lion-O, it just looks a bit kind of mixed up or something. I don't know. It looks like a mishmash of other figures, but people seem to like it. So I suppose I'm not the target market. So
yeah. Good. I'm a bit relieved it doesn't appeal to me as well.
This is Wyatt from the Mythic Enablers podcast, and you're listening to the Euro Legions podcast.
They revealed the Heads pack, Cosmic Heads pack. So it was on the Four Horsemen channel. It was also on Jeremy's channel. They did a kind of a similar cast at the same time as Jeremy's normal show. And we're getting straight to the reveal here because that was the reveal show, so we're just going straight to see them all here first on this first picture. So it is 5 heads packs.
That's right, yeah.
So you got the 2 female head sculpts, you got the Greyborn head sculpts, you got the snake, so the Ninian in Tiger Blue, and we got the 2 Sphexian head sculpts, and then we got a dragon head and tail in the colors of Kragnar. So we got, and we'll go through it now, but they've got a bunch of deals and where they're bundling the figures with the heads to order direct, and they're also doing the head packs separately for I think £10 each. So that's the way they're looking at it. What do you think of this overall, first Mel, kind of overall impression?
I think it's a great idea. It was sort of announced and then revealed very quickly, wasn't it? We'd already done our show last week, so we didn't really get to cover any of it. But yeah, a great idea. Jeremy said on the reveal show that, they'd been thinking about how they can improve, get more sales of the cosmic line. And they sort of recognised that with Mythic, and it's funny because something Rich and I had talked about when we met up and I'd said something very similar, that Cosmic's possibly not as popular because there isn't the same pop and swap ability that they had straight away with Mythics. The way I put it to Rich was, it's orcs, it's goblins, it's humans, it's, whereas these are characters and they're all very different. So you lose some of that pop and swap ability maybe. And this is a way for them to address this and, create a bit more of that pop and swap ability, which I think is a great idea and some very cool head options. So.
Yeah, and I suppose worth noting as well, send out congrats to our podcasting brother-in-arms. Yes. That's Eric Miller from the Mythic Enablers, but we also know Eric as EM Custom Parts. He's always had a table at Legions Con, and he's done painting for some other companies before, but this is his first official paint work for the Four Horsemen, and he's done 4 of the 5 sets. So I think the 2 female heads was the ones he didn't do. So that's the easiest way to
done by Sherry.
to kind of separate it. So he'd been working on these even before Legions Con. So I think summer last year, as far as I remember him saying. So that's pretty cool. He knew about Ninian then before Ninian came out because he obviously had to paint the heads here for Oleg, and I'm happy for Eric. I believe he's kind of on board as one of their painters now. He'll be.
I think that's how it sounded. Yes. He's done a few more projects for them yet to be revealed.
On a kind of a project basis, I guess. But yeah, great for him. Delighted to have. He's a phenomenal painter. Does phenomenal customs. Does phenomenal painted heads. Always,
the finish on what he does is incredible.
Yeah, always snapped up extremely quickly if he ever puts stuff up for sale. So, no surprise really that if they're going to reach out to the community, they're going to go for one of the best. Right. Next is having a look at the individual heads. So we got the Ninian open and closed mouth here for Oleg. So this is official now. Cosmic Snakes is official.
Or just an alien with a snake-like head, I suppose.
So this head pack's called the Serpent Soldier. This was one. This was kind of teased on the little teaser to, announce the live stream. What it was going to be. So we had an idea this was going to happen straight up, and we weren't sure then whether there would be kind of the tail would come with it, or whether there would be like arms and legs or upper legs, because I think the upper legs are new as well on the Ninian in this kind of sculpt. But yeah, it's the two heads here. You see them, they match perfectly with Thygar himself. The Gravering one, where he has the naked torso, the kind of scaly whatever torso. So, and it also comes with the other, or you can put him on the other Oleg as well here. So what do you think, Mal? Which is your favorite?
Of these two? I love the open mouth sculpt. I loved it when we got it on the Ninian infantry, and I think it looks fantastic. In this build, apparently they hadn't even thought about, and I can't remember who did they say. I can't remember who Jeremy said had sent him a picture of it looking like this, and he was just like, "Yeah, that's awesome." I'll probably. Oh, I say that, but I've bought another Thygar body. But I might well try and get hold of one of these bodies and display them like this.
So they're going for the combo pack is 40 for the Gravering Thygar. That's a regular price figure, so you're basically getting the heads for free. And in the deluxe, so this Thygar was a deluxe, and you're getting him for 50, plus the two heads, which I think is probably what he was. It might even be cheaper than what he was direct. Or no, he was maybe 45 direct, was he? Back in the day.
I can't remember. It's not far off though, is it? It's a bargain of a pack.
It's
definitely.
Yeah, these packs are kind of set up that way. So now retailers.
What you really need though is you need to buy both of the Olegs and give him the bare arms on the other pack to make him look really different.
Oh yeah. That would be cool.
Be very cool.
Kind of a bunch of Oleg bills.
Yeah.
Did they say anything about retailers, Mal? Do you remember?
They did. I'm sure they said that the retailers will get these head packs at a later date, a higher cost. And they were still working out the combo pack and whether the retailers would do that and what price was on that. If, So.
Yeah, because we have mentioned before, but retailers have pretty much a full stock of Cosmic Legions. Maybe not every retailer has every Cosmic Legions, but you can get all the Cosmic Legions figures pretty much, aside from maybe Slog. And even then, I think he's back on Big Bad at retailers for the retail price. So I guess this will also maybe hopefully help those guys in the future. I thought that's what this was in the first place. But as they're doing the packs, they obviously have a lot of inventory themselves, because I doubt they're producing more inventory to go with these unless they really sell out. Yeah. So that's this one. Then we got the Greyborn pack.
The one I would say with that The one little disappointment, and I understand why, it was to keep the costs down, but it is a bit of a shame they're not doing the tail with it as well.
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
I know the argument is it's meant to be a cosmic character, so wouldn't necessarily have the tail either. But I think I'd have paid a little bit more and had the tail with it. I'd have been happy with that, because then you can move it over to your Ninians as well, and it's a different coloured Ninian, which would have been fun, a different type of Ninian. But yeah. But otherwise, it's awesome. Looks great.
Yeah, I meant to say that as well. Yeah, the tail, I was surprised was not included, but I suppose I understand for the price constraint, but at the same time, having to buy an Indian to get a tail to customize it is costing a lot more. So I guess it's a tricky one for them. Yeah. Greyborn, so 2 heads here. In the original Greyborn paint scheme, like to match the original Greyborn figure, which is this guy, Ias, isn't it?
That's Is it Ias? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Ias Sipton. Yeah. So these are 2 brand new sculpts, apparently.
I can't. Yes, that's right. Yes, because the one where he's baring his teeth, and then the other one is like the existing one, but without the scar on his head.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they look cool. They're very cool.
They are very cool, yeah. So if you have, I think this is going to be for certain people that have, maybe bought multiples of this one or want to do multiples of a kind of a Greyborn, because it is an iconic looking kind of an alien. So I wouldn't say this particular set is for me, in that I wouldn't have probably multiples of this figure in my collection, so wouldn't feel the need for it myself. But it is really cool for people that are collecting this, the Greyborns, and maybe making a bit of an army of them. I think it'll give it a really good variety.
It's a funny one. This is probably one of those sets of heads where I probably don't need to buy more figures to create more of them, but I'd quite like the heads, whether I display them separately or just have them there in case I want to swap the head on Ias.
Yeah, that is another option. Yeah, you could just have a rotating, even if you had 2 in your display, and then with the original head and these 2, you could change them up a little bit. And the combo pack is 40 here, so again, super good value there. So can't argue. That's 3 head sculpts in a $40 figure. Then we get to making pretty much a brand new character here in Cosmic Legions with the Arakagor head and tail. Then you can make your Kragnar, or an extra Kragnar you have, or buy a Kragnar and make him into a dragon dude. And considering that Arakagor was a lot of people's figure of the year in 2024, this is bound to be a popular set here.
I guess you could make him a bit slightly different as well, because he becomes a 4-armed dragon as well. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that he has the 4 arms. Yeah. Even though he's behind me here somewhere.
I haven't got much behind me at the moment.
Yeah, so he's cool. Combo pack 68. I think this is a custom that a good few people did originally. I've seen it. And why not? Because it is the dragon head we have in Mythic so far. And,
I must admit, this is the one I probably won't bother with myself. It's very cool, but I mean, I've got my Kragnar, and I've got what's his name, Scourge, with the Kragnar head, because I love the Kragnar head. And I don't know, I don't feel the need for another Dragoseer character, because we've got Arakagor, and we'll have the big bad exclusive one, and that I think I'm good with those. I don't need another one. Yeah,
Stavros, isn't it? Greek
Stavros,
fella.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one. Even if I didn't have an extra Kragnar, I'd probably pick up a bit like you with the Greyborn, just have the option if I wanted to display him like that in the future. If I wanted maybe a fiery dragon in Mythic, that's a good way of getting a buddy for Rakagor in Mythic. Just need to get maybe the harness and the armor parts from a Legion builder or some sort of another ogre figure. And there you go. It's Vexians. Now we're entering, entering your territory.
Yeah,
so
I love these.
This was a great idea with the Vexian helmet. So this is really smart because the helmet could be still the same character. It could be any character of that race because it's a helmet. So what's underneath, could be a different character or, whatever. So it's not really kind of making it, it's making a character into a Legion builder in a way. So it's the mine worker and the block commander, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
commander.
No,
yeah.
Is it block commander? Yeah.
Yes, it is the commander. Yeah.
Yeah, prison guard is the blue one, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on these Vexians? Are high on your list of figures?
Yeah. Sphexians are amongst my favourites, if not my favourites. So really, I'll be picking up a few of these. Because I've got a couple of block commanders, so I can add the one of them, give him that head. I quite like the idea of mixing up the miners, but I want to buy that head to maybe turn into a character in the Shadow Circle, because I've seen a few people do a Sphexian in their Shadow Circle, and I was planning to do something similar, although, as you know, my Shadow Circle aren't all the same colour. They're all, they are different races, but I keep them as looking like different races. It's more the uniform that ties them together. And that'd be a nice.
Gotcha. So you don't need to do this guy in a blue or whatever. You can just pop the head on.
Just add the accents onto the. That's it. Add the accents onto the armor. Yeah. So I'll probably.
That's a cool idea
as well.
But I love this idea. Yeah, because you could always have popped your commander head onto your prison guard, and it works. Whereas the prison guard head on the block commander didn't work because of the armor color,
Yeah.
So the combo pack, you get the 2 heads with the block commander for 50, and likewise you get the 2 heads for the mine worker for the 50. Mine worker was something they said they didn't have any more stock of for shows and stuff, so I guess they might be producing a few more of him. He's a popular figure. Or they found some down the back of the couch.
That's probably the combo pack I'll buy. So
this one, yeah, it's tempting. All right, that's tempting. Yeah, I actually want to buy a couple more mine workers the next time I'm doing an order from a retailer. So hopefully they'll still be in stock. They should be. Then the ladies. So we got the Thrace head in blonde. Caucasian skin, and the dark skin version of that Zeri.
Yes, Zerian.
That's a Zeri head.
Yeah.
In
that apparently matches the skin tone matches the Bastet figure, which
gotcha. Yeah,
makes me maybe need another Bastet figure.
Do you have it? There you go, Bastet.
There you go.
Zeri. Yeah, these probably have the most use across multiple figures and multiple characters within Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions, so they'll be popular for that. Of course, they're great on Zeri there, as you see, in the, they don't necessarily need to match the uniforms. Of course, you get the neck post as well in the same skin color, which is very important because otherwise would look a bit weird, I think. So that's just useful for all those different figures you might be popping it on. Combo pack with Zeri 40, so that's pretty good because Zeri has 2 heads as well in the first place. So yeah, that's very good. There you see her on an elf, the Thrace head on an elf Legion builder, and the Zeri head on Bastet, as you said. Rich did send a message when this one was revealed to us saying not the Thrace head again.
I didn't think we were going to drop him in with that, but all right, let's do it.
He's not here to defend himself.
That's
so.
it, yeah.
I think he likes the head.
Yes.
I think he's probably seen too many repaints, but I think it has been used in a good few figures, but I think also a lot of people have customized it, and sometimes that can
it's a
blur.
very popular head.
Can blur the lines between what's official and what's not.
I don't mind it though. I actually really, really like this this head. I'm one of the people who really likes this head, and I've already got an idea of how I want to use it. I'm going to get a couple of this pack. So I've got Cosmic, and I've got an idea for a custom with the Bastet figure and head, and a Mythic custom with the blonde head. So yeah.
So you leave the heads as is, and you just you customize all the body. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That feels like easier than
definitely, yeah.
The head.
No,
is
definitely.
The
If you can avoid repainting the head, then it is a little bit easier, depending. So the full team set, then you can get the figures. You get a Zeri figure, Oleg Tiger Gravering, a Kragnar figure, an Iocipiton figure, and a Sphexian Block Commander figure, plus all the heads packs. So it's the 5 heads packs, or character packs they call them. Full team set for $225. So that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
It's a little bit less than even if you were to buy them all individually, and they're already a good deal individually. So there we go, and that's going up from February the 3rd. I believe
next week. Is that next Monday?
That's next week. Yeah, we're almost out of January. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I know already.
The 7th of February, sorry, not the 3rd. The 7th of February until the 23rd at storehorseman.com. Yeah. So next, not the Friday coming, but the Friday after. So not the Friday that people might be listening to this, but next Friday. Yeah, and up until I think this Sunday, you have to order the book, the first 10 years. I believe there'll be other ways to get it, like at retailers and stuff like that, but that is the cheapest. You'll get the book and figures and whatever. The cheapest you get the Silver Knight. So, yeah. But yeah, so that was fun. I think that was pretty unexpected. In terms of kind of what if when we were predicting the year, we didn't see a Cosmic Heads pack wave. That's for sure.
No, definitely.
We'd have to be really fortune tellers to get that one.
Again, a good idea though. Really good idea.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a kind of a bit of a low risk thing, if you know what I mean. They don't like it sells what it sells. Shouldn't cost them too much to produce, and if it manages to get some more people into Cosmic or get people to add more Cosmic to their collections, then I think it's a job done for this one.
Well, and they did say if it proves successful, they'll do more. So
well, that's a great it's a great segue into the second half of our chat about the heads packs here. So we had I'm going to bring up your few first, Mal.
Cool.
We had chatted about what other heads we could maybe see repainted in Cosmic, and as I said, that's not to take anything away from these head/character packs, but it's always interesting to see what the options are on the table. Yeah. So
bit of fun.
What you got first here? So you got the Gorgo helmet.
Yeah, we've seen. So the Gorgo helmet has started to be used, and we've seen people use it for Cosmic Customs as a bit of a Boba Fett style helmet. Mandalorian, I should say, style helmet. I hope our friend David Williams, doesn't mind me using his picture there in the bottom corner to show what someone has done with it. There's obviously these plugs you can buy on Amazon that people are using to plug the side holes to give it more of a, less of a more rounded look to that side, I guess, and fill those holes. It'd be kind of cool to see what the Horseman did, and if the Horseman could create some plugs for those holes that gave it a more cosmic vibe. I think it could be a really fun head, and because it's quite unusual, it really does work for cosmic. I'm painting a couple up myself with different inspirations, with no plans, just I'll use at some point. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, when I saw the shadow circle picture down here, at first I thought was, oh, did he come with that head? I forgot.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's
how
good David is, but it works. It really, really works. So.
Yeah. And the one with the horns here, you wouldn't particularly use the horns in Cosmic, or
no. It was just
you made them metallic.
Yeah, that might work.
Maybe.
Perhaps
I don't know.
I don't know. You'd kind of have to give it a go, wouldn't you, for that one? I mean, there's the winged ones as well that would fit in.
Yeah, they're cool as well.
Yeah.
You'd have to make them metal as well.
Yeah, paint them in a certain way.
That might actually work.
Yeah, that could be quite cool. But yeah, as I say, it'd be quite cool to see the Horsemen design their own plugs for them as well that made them like that.
Yeah.
Juno the Crusher head, it's one of my favourite heads in the line. They did do it in orc colours for the War of the Aetherblade orc builder pack. I used that on a Cosmic Custom that was inspired by one Curtis did for one of the pop and swap competitions. I ripped off his idea. I did ask him first, and of course he doesn't mind. But I'd love to see,
especially if you're not selling it.
Well, that's it. I don't think
for my own collection.
But it'd be cool to see a more cosmiced up version of the head. So maybe painted up like Ziri, maybe painted up like I've forgotten her name. The bounty hunter type character. This is bad. Why have I forgotten names?
The one coming in Ox Crew 1, is it?
No. Give me a second.
Callian Shun?
That's the one, Callian Shun. Yeah.
Who also uses the Thrace head. We have forgotten.
Yes, that's the one. So yeah, so I think that'd be a really cool head to be used as it, because it's, with it having like the bald side, which is what I'm showing off on the bottom there, not the tattoos. It was more to show the haircut. You could repurpose that as a futuristic female, a bit of a road warrior female, something like that. So yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Could scream Mad Max with this one.
Yeah, big time.
And when we're getting in, we're already in the wasteland kind of with the Ox Crew waves. So
yeah. And then this is
speaking
probably
of wasteland.
Yeah, it's probably a bit. I don't know, premature or mean or harsh, or it's not harsh because it's. But
yeah, they weren't going to do an unreleased head. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So, Thraxian heads, I'd love to see these in lots of colours and, different Thraxians would be cool. You could paint this up like Thygar and have that bright blue Thraxian, and that'd be really cool as well. So, yeah, easy one there. But
absolutely. Right, let's go through a few more that we have pictures of here. So, the alien head that came with the science officer. So you could literally do him in any alien colors. Of course, an interesting one, I guess, for people now would have been the Shadow Circle one, but I think that is one of the figures that's pretty hard to track down now, Fisher Rice. It's probably selling out at retailers. So
I need to buy more than.
I have 4 for you here, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, it's true.
But you could do it in a bunch of any sort of paint scheme. So I think this head, the next one, the alien head that came with the Sentry, Again, that has been repainted. That did come in Shadow Circle pack.
Yes, yeah.
So that has been repainted in a couple of ways, and it also came in this year's Cosmic Legions, Legions Con exclusives, I think. So, but again, this is the type of race where they could be all sorts of different colors, and you could do maybe a real bright fluorescent one or something. But
well, and I do wonder with these 2 heads, and I know what's coming next, if all 3 of the heads could actually be repurposed as cosmic heads as well as different demons. So maybe paint them up red.
Mythic heads, you mean?
Sorry, yeah. Could be used as mythic heads, perhaps painted up red to fit Belphegor or something like that, maybe. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, the paint would have to do a lot of the work there, but I think the horsemen are able to definitely do that. So that would be definitely an option.
Because I think that was something they achieved with this head, the heads pack that they've done, is it felt like it could easily be adapted to Mythic or to those people who want a bit more going on with Cosmic, didn't it? So, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And then this alien head that came with the female engineer, Legion Builder, first Cosmic Wave. So again, this could be done in a number of different colors. There isn't, there isn't that many female bodies in Cosmic, but they're pretty much all armored. So
I tell you what, she'd look quite creepy and a little bit Hellraiser-ish if she was done in human flesh colour or pale human flesh colour. That'd be really creepy.
Kind of decayed, yeah. Yeah, maybe decaying or translucent. Mal, your favourite?
Oh yeah, I love a bit of translucent.
I suppose we should take it as red. All these heads would be fine in translucent for you.
Yeah, anything translucent for me is probably going to sell.
Yeah, then this helmet here that came with Kallian Shun, again, this is one that could be done.
Yeah.
A number of different ways, but there isn't that many female bodies yet in Cosmic, so probably not. And then again, that's the Thrace head, so we already have it in this pack. Gragnar head.
Hey, I love Gragnar's
Could have
head
done
in
him.
any paint scheme you want to give it to me in.
Yeah, could have done them in the blue.
Yeah, I was about to say we need the Arakagor one. We need a black one now for the Stavros.
And for Stavros,
dragon as well.
So that's probably, it's probably too early for that one, because even though people know it's coming, they'd be wondering what if they weren't in the know, like a lot of us people who follow every move of the horseman. They wouldn't really know why are they doing it in black.
yeah.
So I think Ragnar in blue would have been cool, but then that would have kind of crossed the Cosmic thing, So this is that same head from Kallian, so from the engineer. So Umbira Jumbira, turkey
I
head.
thought about including her in my list as well. I know she got a lot of stick for that head, but I really like it.
And you could do it in a different color, obviously. This could also be done in a way to work in Mythic, maybe with the vampires or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, or the demons, as always works with the scorpion tail. But again, the female heads in Cosmic, you're probably only talking about Zeri and the engineer that's widely available. Maybe Kallian as well, but she's very specifically a character, so it'd be tricky. But again, that's always a head that they can definitely use in the future. Novi and Lean. So we had the open-mouthed one in the Cosmic Legions Con pack, and there's a number of things you could do. You could get the closed-mouthed one in that paint scheme. You could just do an entirely new paint scheme for Novi and Lean. Again, I think they would have put this one in the heads pack if it hadn't been recently in the Cosmic Legions pack.
I think you're probably right.
But a great head, and I think especially the closed mouth one could maybe be used as a more generic type of character from that race. Isn't just a one-off.
I included him in my list of sort of what I thought would be cool, because again, painted up, and not that I would think like Tygar's amazing and the colours are amazing. I mean, I like it. Again, it's another one. It'd be quite fun painted up in that Tygar colour, just because it's so bright and different to how we've got it already.
That's true. Make a totally different character. Then we got this. That's the same alien from the science officer. So that's just to show you what they can do.
Yeah.
Slog, again, might be a tricky one because Slog's hands and arms are a particular color. But they could have I don't know, done maybe a slightly more decayed Slog. Like if the helmet bubble was coming off or something, that would have been an option.
Oh yeah.
But again, maybe a repaint of Slog down the line, it might be more in order. The unhelmeted Sphexian heads. So we actually have two here. We have the one from the mine worker as well, with the tongue sticking out, and we have the one from the block commander. So what was your ideas for this one, Mal?
You just, I mean, they can do as many of them as they want and whatever style they want. But I actually think this is the one one of the ones we are most likely to get if they do more. And I think they'll do it, won't they, to match the prison. What's he called? The prison officer. I've got my notes. And
prison guard. Yeah.
Prison guard. There you go. Which would be awesome to get because I love the unhelmeted Sphexian head as well. It's got so much character in it, both of them. So yeah, that'd be really cool to get for the prison guard. And then you could have a mixture of helmeted and unhelmeted prison guards in your 10 that I might have got.
They could throw in a set of hands maybe with this stuff if they were going to do a different color scheme. That would be nice. Yeah, I think. Yeah. That's the only thing, because also these mandibles that come out from the body here in the middle. But I don't know.
It's a good
they
idea.
annoy me because they don't go in very well. I can live without them.
I've got my miner set up without the wings just to save a bit of space.
Yeah, but
they seem to be okay now, but initially there was
maybe it was in the first wave. Yeah, with the miners.
No, it was hard to get in on the miner. It was.
Sligor, that head that's been repainted already.
Yeah, but it's a great head.
Again, it's a great head. It's been repainted in Mythic, I think, isn't it?
It's in the latest Oxcrew wave, isn't it? It's one of the heads for the characters that comes with that teams up with names. Escape Haven.
Kern Ray.
Yeah. It's one of her buddies. He's got that head.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get Source Horseman up so I can...
Hey, it's Hylor, yeah. In the blue. Yeah. Cool. Vorga here. Again, if you get Vorga with the upper arms as well, and just do them in a different color, then I think we could have an entirely new character, especially the Vorga with the mouth, the kind of gas mask head, because that could be a bit more generic, although it has the ponytail, but it could be that species just in a different color. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
But she also has an unmasked head sculpt, so Oleg Tiger could do him in Ninian colors, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
To cross over with Mythic a bit, but again, he's very much the main character in Cosmic, so
that was why I sort of avoided it, because it feels a bit.
I just put him in here as
familiar,
he's an option, but maybe not a good
of
option.
He does feel like the character, doesn't he, in the whole Cosmic sort of.
Yes. And now we get into Mythic. heads that could maybe cross over. A faunus was one.
That'd be cool.
You could do him in any sort of a color scheme.
Yep.
Maybe Rich's suggestion here from his notes, maybe something like stone could work in cosmic. Metallic as well could work, I think, in a cosmic context.
I think you could do anything with him because, he's got that, because of the way he's painted, he gives off tree vibes, but I think those ears are quite aquatic. Those ears / leaves could be made to look a bit aquatic, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
make them look more like horns.
Speaking of horns, Krotos,
very cool.
Space Goat. I mean, you could nearly just pop it on.
You could. You really could.
We don't quite have the cosmic dwarf scale yet, but I think he could work on a taller cosmic body. But make him maybe a little bit more sci-fi looking, even in the eyes, and give it a slightly more bold color scheme. This one looks very realistic. In terms of, but I think that would be a cool one that would possibly cross over to cosmic. We go through a few more of what Rich had. So he suggests, I'm not going to bring up pictures here now because I don't have them to hand, so that's just going to be too much hassle. Arathir without the face mask. Says big eyes look almost alien. Huge ears which give an alien feel. Painted in some sort of pearlescence color would be great. What do you think?
I mean, I think there are people who would like that. I think that Arathir head looks weird without the visor on.
Yeah, but I think that's his point. It looks alien, so maybe it would work.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think that plenty of people would like it. There seems to be,
Belphegor then?
It works for everything. He's such a good head.
Yeah. Black colouring maybe would work well. Remove the horns. Now, the horns aren't removable in the figure, but maybe they're removable in the factory. But I think they're glued in. They're like a separate tool or whatever.
I'm not sure.
I could see Belphegor work.
But yeah. You definitely.
Yeah, I don't think you need to either. Or maybe make them, as I said, make them metallic or some sort of shiny fluorescent color. Gives it more alien vibes. The elf ranger, the unhooded head. That could work. I don't know if we have a build in Cosmic yet for that head.
No,
they're all female
not.
builds.
Yeah, possibly not.
We don't have a 1.0 male, so that would be the only thing holding it back. But other than that, definitely agree. Grisha, again, could be some. He says could be some sort of alien race that likes wearing fancy armor, really bright metallics, or aged
to look like
ancient armor.
That could work. Yeah, I think making it look like they're wearing, because there's obviously the shoulder piece that Callian Shun comes with. That's obviously meant to be like an ancient armor piece. So you could sort of, Grisha's helmet could be something similar, couldn't it? That would work. Again, though, it's the 1.0 male build, though, isn't it? 2.0.
But you could,
1.0.
I suppose it would work on the female then. You just have to.
Yes, true.
Or, this might be just a whole new character. So maybe part of a future wave rather than a heads pack. So, but Rich, he doesn't worry about the tooling budget,
No.
Another one that I don't think you could just pop on a figure that exists is the Hellfire Goblin. But bright green tongue, bright scaly skin, of course, that would really work.
I wonder if that'll work on the new, because I feel like isn't the connection
maybe on the new I'm just talking about what's out now. Maybe
I mean, I really like the idea of the Hellfire Goblin being used in Cosmic. I think that'd be really cool. I actually have a
I mean, maybe
custom with a Hellfire Goblin head.
Yeah, I have to see how these new spacesuits work, because they don't show them disassembled, or like the front panels taken off.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't work in the if you can't take that kind of, if that spacesuit isn't kind of like the way
because
the armor is today, where you can take that kind of upper armor out. What else has he got here? Lucretia. Yeah, I was thinking vampires. I mean, we already had it wasn't particularly cosmic, but it would work, was the red vampire in the Cosmic Legions
I'm using
compact.
that in Cosmic, yeah.
Yeah, but you can use it in Cosmic, but you could also use it in Mythic as a Fury vampire or whatever.
Yeah. Lucretia,
because Lucretia has no visible teeth, so not obviously a vampire. That wouldn't even bother me that it would look like a vampire.
No.
Some sort of an alien species paint scheme. I guess you could even put like little patches with paint on the head, to give her a pattern. That would be very cool. Again, with Mephitor, Thistletorn, sure, but we don't have the build that they work on yet.
That's true, yeah.
So, Vorthog, Space Orc, sure, why not? That could go on your Fisher Ice.
Again, though, repainted, he doesn't necessarily look, make his beard more separated, and he could be just more, as much as Rich would hate it, more humanoid.
Yeah, I mean, I have my Bryophytus head on the Heavy Gunner, or I have like a
yes, you did, yeah. Which looked cool as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And then Zarya, again, the problem is the build. Oh no, that would work on the engineer, I think.
Yeah, you put her on
the engineer build, or even on Callian or Zeri.
Or what's her name, Zeri? Yeah.
And then crazy color scheme, alien type bright color scheme with tattoos.
It's another one, isn't it? That it's a demon in Mythic, but move that into space, and it could just be an alien. Doesn't matter out the horns or anything like that. So,
absolutely, yeah. So that's that. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up in terms of legions. We obviously have Necronominus that we're soon going to get an email in our inbox going, oh, it's arrived and it's going to be shipping soon. So there'll be the hype for that. Then there'll be the shipping notice drama in the Cabal, quite possibly. And then we'll get them and we'll review them, talk about them. I'm sure we like them for sure, but
I'm sure we will. They look amazing.
Yeah. And then there'll be lots of fun customs popping up. People that have waited 2 years to get those pieces that they want to make the custom with, etc., etc. So this is fun for me as well, because this was the wave that was revealed at our first Legions Con.
Yeah.
So that's a cycle come around,
Yeah.
That feels like a kind of cycle of something. And then taken fast after that with All-Star 6 and the next Ox Crew. That should be all in the first half-ish of this year. Weather will be getting better.
I can't wait for the weather to get better.
Making customs at the moment, and even though it's warm in the house, somehow you have to heat the stuff more
yeah.
than in the summer. It just, like, I'm literally using the hot water for full figures, and then if I just want to do thing, I'm like having to use the hairdryer for.
That's it. Well, and then the minute you've painted it and you're blasting it with hot air, I don't know about you, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to start melting it with the paint on.
Oh yeah, I have to practice extreme patience there, because I'm always, when I've got to the end, and I usually then do the varnish coat or whatever, and maybe even a second one depending on how it feels after the first one, and then I leave it overnight before I put it together. And that is like, I have once or twice not been able to do that because I've been so excited about it. But the best thing is, because you really have a much better chance of stuff not rubbing, if you do it too soon, things can just be slightly more rub-offable. And then over time, it tends to cure quite well, I find. So yeah, the longer custom is done, the less likely it is to have paint rub. So yeah, just extreme patience. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the Cosmic Customs. A couple more on the table, kind of ready to be primed.
They're looking good. They're fun.
Did a Rhino one this week, so next week going to be using the Ninian body and some of the double neck from Mark Calvo, the double snake neck, and a few other things. We're going to have snakes in space.
Snakes in space.
All right, well, we missed you this week, Rich, but if you're on the Patreon, the TV series Look Ahead for the Year is up. So we had movies the previous week, TV series. We'll soon be getting going with Rich's interview series when he recovers from whatever is ailing him at the moment. Hopefully nothing too serious. But so that was a short bite this week, but it's just the two of us. So, usually Rich is the one that has the most to say about this kind of stuff. So.
The opinionated sod that he is.
Yeah, but it'll be a nice handy one for me to edit on the Thursday morning. So all good. Cheers. Better play the outro, I suppose.
That's it. And I guess it's my turn to say, stay safe out there.
In Cosmerium.